reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Justin.
I'm your other host, Quincy.
How you doing, Q?
I'm alive. I have no hot water. I'm very cranky about it. And I just realized I didn't grab a cup of coffee, so I have a can of dry fruit splash. 0 sugar.
Those are delicious. Those are my second favorite zero sugar stuff right now.
Yeah, I do like them.
But my number one right now is what I have in my hand right now, a delicious grapefruit citrus fresca, which I'm about to crack open right now. Yeah.
I do really like the frescas.
Mm-hmm. I honestly, if 5 years ago you were like, try a fresca, I guarantee you like it. I'm like, it's sparkling soda water. Ugh. And I would probably just go up and down and be like, yeah, sure, I'll try it whenever, and just not do it. Having a scare recently caused me to switch to zero sugar just because, well, it's a smart thing to do right now. I'm going up in age, and I didn't think I would like the zero sugar stuff as much as I do, but I do. Especially Fresca. It's very delicious, very crisp. Let's go ahead and get these out of the way. The good old Humble Bundles. Quincy, you like Resident Evil?
I do.
Do you like Devil May Cry? Oh, that's right. You've never played Devil May Cry.
I've never played it.
Oh! And you haven't played any Monster Hunters. Well, if you want to play any of them through Steam, good news. All three of them are on a very good sale over on Humble Bundle. One of the things is a build your own bundle, which is Biohazard or Resident Evil, where you build your own bundle and save 80% off of each of the games. I have here all of the expensive titles, which is Resident Evil 2 and 3, the new ones, Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil 7 Gold Edition with all the extra DLC stuff, and Resident Evil Revelations 2 Deluxe Edition for $32.44. Not too terrible considering two of those dropped in the last 4 years. And it even shows that you saved $147.71. It says that it doesn't help out charity, sadly, but if you are a part of the Humble Choice, you get to choose still a charity that it helps out. There are two other bundles that are already pre-built, the Devil May Cry one and the Monster Hunter ones, each helping out Children's Miracle Network and Breakthrough T1D, which Breakthrough Type 1 Diabetes. And it has a good start off if you happen to want to be into the Monster Hunter Stories, which is the turn-based RPG for the Monster Hunter series. Not a terrible ordeal. Other than that, however, Image Comics in the 90s. I've only ever seen the movie Spawn. I've never seen the cartoon. I've never seen anything else of Spawn. What would you rate 1 through 10 on Spawn?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't read like everything there is for Spawn. Like
Sure.
I've read a chunk. Spawn, it's very enjoyable. I like it. I've seen the movie. I've watched a good chunk of the cartoon. I never finished it. I mean, pretty decent. 8, probably like an 8.
Okay.
Like if you like it, you're gonna like it. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like it's not like it's not like you can sit there and go, "Oh, this is a great take on Superman" or something like that. Like it's Spawn.
It's a man.
Like if you're gonna be a fan of it, you're gonna be a fan of it. If it's not something you're into, then it's just not for you.
Right. It's a man who gets damned to hell and comes back from hell to take demons back to hell. Kind of.
Not exactly. Like there's a whole thing with like trying to use Spawn to create his army, and there's a bunch of stuff to it. But yeah, he's a man out of hell with abilities because of being in hell.
Gotcha.
And he wasn't. He was like a an assassin or something like that.
Like a mercenary thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, even still, if you happen to want to get into Spawn, good news. This has all 20 volumes of Spawn Origins with their really nice, very clean looking covers where you get a nice backdrop of just pure white Spawn, and then up above you have really good illustrations. Further down, you got the Telos Saga, which is like a fantasy land. The hero-defined mage, Savage Dragon, which I think has some cross references to Spawn. Um, Astro City, the Complete of Darkness, Witchblade, uh, Rising Stars, and further down you have Battle Chasers and Lady Pendragon. Battle Chasers, I know, got kind of thrown into the mobile game cesspool, but from what I've been told, the comic book isn't so bad. Um, this is $18, get you all 39 things, and it helps out Bink, the Book Industry Charitable Foundation. The foundation is the only 501c3 in the country dedicated exclusively to strengthening the book industry by supporting the people who work in bookstores and comic shops. Since its inception, Bink has provided more than $7 million in financial assistance and scholarships to more than 7,800 plus families. Support for the Foundation's programs and services come from all sectors of the book industry. Imagined and built by booksellers, Bink proudly continues to be their safety net. Yippee! And last one from Humble Bundle. Quick, simple, easy. The Telltale Collection Best of Humble Bundle. We've talked about Telltale like maybe 10 times on Humble Bundle, but these deals are really good and one that I wouldn't pass up, especially when you're paying $10 for probably the 3 best storytelling games I think I've ever played. One of which being the first season of the Walking Dead Telltale game series, one of which being Batman: The Enemy Within, and the other one being The Wolf Among Us, of course, Telltale game series, which is up in the air right now. It was supposed to be released this year, but when? When?
Yeah, but there's also a lot of stuff with the creator of that comic series too, so.
You are correct. But even still, a fantastic game with brilliant voice acting. I recommend it fully, especially when you're only paying $10 to get just those 3 on its own. You're also getting all the other ones, including Tales of Monkey Island, all 5 chapters of that one, the first season of Batman Telltale series, and The Expanse. I've been meaning to play The Expanse. I have it. I just haven't hopped into it yet, but I've heard a lot of good things. And it helps out Save the Children. Kind of straightforward. When crisis strikes and children are most vulnerable, they are among the first to respond and the last to leave. They ensure children's unique needs are met and their voices are heard. They do whatever it takes to reach every last child. Oh, bud. I was kind of disappointed yesterday when I watched the Japanese Sony State of Play, and they basically said there's going to be a Japanese only version of a PlayStation 5 that can be sold here in the States. However, it's going to be Japanese region locked, which kind of confused me. It befuddled me. Yeah, I was like, it's going to be the same price. Okay. Rolling past that, there was a couple game announcements, such as this one in front of me, Nevergrave, The Witch and the Curse, which showcased a 4-player, very well hand-drawn style animations where it has a bit of roguelite, it has a bit of exploration, a little bit of team building, and a little bit of good platforming with you and your friends. And I was like, okay, this game looks pretty dang good. I'm hoping that it'll be released in the, I believe, first quarter of next year. I was like, okay, cool. Skip ahead to Coffee Talk Tokyo. As of right this moment, I know that it's not going to be released in English to us. And so I'm going to be waiting very patiently to play that game when it does drop in English, hopefully on Steam in the future. It showcased Extreme Tokyo Racer, which hasn't seen a game release in 15 years. So happy that they brought a really good series back. Um, then of course they had Elden Ring Night Rain. When I saw that FromSoft, I was almost out of my chair. I said, but wait, is it going to be Night Rain stuff? I sat back down and I remained patient. And then I saw the Elden Ring-ish style world, and I was like, I'll take an Elden Ring DLC. I leaned forward, and then I saw the characters from Night Rain, and I kind of got disappointed. But I'm happy FromSoft is still working on the games that are helping them make money. Night Rain is still very popular. It's just not my style of game. They have some bosses.
I'm proud of you for being patient.
Yeah, it does drop on my birthday though, which is another little bit of a hee-hoo. But they did Katamari Damacy. For those who know what Katamari Damacy is, you basically have a little tiny guy, and you're using a ball to start rolling up things, and you're creating universes out of the balls of things you create. It's a weird one, but they're releasing one more that has all of the music, all of the costumes, etc., one final time. Other than that, they were plugging some other nonsensical game, one kind of very pixelated game that I wasn't really too into. Like there was nothing. It was a very meh state of play for a Japanese reveal. I thought there was going to be more from Capcom. Alas, not too much was announced from Capcom. Monster Hunter Wilds, of course, had a little snippet, but it was stuff we already knew. The next state of play will be in the middle of December, so I'm kind of wary about it, considering before that we'll be having the Video Game Awards. However, there was one game I noticed the day prior. New Blood Interactive dropped a cutscene or a trailer for a retro survival horror game that's pixelated, about 32-bit, but with live action FMV style cutscenes. And I said, okay, I watched it. I showed Quincy it. Quincy, what you think about it?
I I was a little iffy about it at first because like sometimes those cutscenes run really long. Like we talked Quantum Break and the length in which those run, being full like TV episodes.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. It looked like they were filmed well. It gave very 80s vibes, and then as it went on and showed, kind of gave spirit vibes, and it seems.
Ooh. Quincy, you're glopping a little bit. Hang on.
I am.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can fix it up. Give me one moment. You're probably gonna hear a disconnect, reconnect. Let's do an override for Central. Okay. Say something, Q?
Something cute.
Okay, it's a little bit better, but we're gonna roll ahead. Go ahead as you were saying.
I was just saying that the first cutscene was very 80s, and then as it went on, I kind of got Suspiria vibes from it. So it seems pretty interesting. Might be fun.
Mm-hmm. When the game is called Tenebris Somnia, by the way. Sorry about that. But when I first watched this, I got a few little tiny tidbits of another live action game. Uncle someone who put Uncle something on mute, where you're basically Uncle Frank
that
on mute.
whole thing was live action, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's
Something
you
like
could
that.
you could stop at any time and pick it up, and the gameplay elements were very simplified. I really enjoyed that one. This one looks like another one
Uncle
that
Marcus.
Uncle Marcus. I think I might pick this game up when it pops out. New Blood does very good like new genres of game, And I New Blood, you guys have done some very interesting things lately, so I am probably going to hop into this one if it's inexpensive. Now, from the good to the not so good. Unbeatable, a game I had talked about because it was a rhythm style, beat 'em up, story rich style game that I was kind of into. I don't know if I would have gotten it, but it got delayed one day before it was supposed to drop on the 6th, was it?
Yeah, it was supposed to drop on the 6th. It got delayed the day before, and it's been pushed all the way back to December 9th.
A bit of a bummer, but it was because of a game breaking bug. And if there's a game breaker during QA, I wholeheartedly agree. Fix 100% of bugs before you get a full launch out, and better to squish the bugs than to have issues. The unbeatable demo is still there. I think I downloaded it on my actual Steam, so I'll probably check it out some when down the line. Um, but it has this really nice comic book flashy art style that I really admire. But it's a rhythm game, so I'm a little iffy. Badoop.
I can't do the rhythm games.
Yeah. We need to get you like a good metronome and just, stamp your foot to it. Dead by Daylight is bringing back their 2v8 mode, but this time with a good collaboration. Well, two characters that are already in there, but a, a welcoming force of Konami.
Well, I was gonna say one of those characters are already in there. I don't think the other's been there.
Nope, both are there.
'Cause we already had Dracula. I thought we only had Pyramid Head. I don't remember.
No, yeah, Dracula. He can change into a wolf and jump at people.
Yeah, no one flew under my radar.
What?
Yeah, so it's to celebrate Konami. So we're getting Silent Hill's Pyramid Head and Castlevania's Dracula together in this, which sounds absolutely terrifying.
So I've seen a couple videos. I think you can also have it to where you do the regular 2v8, but I've seen one where you're able to throw the survivor, and as the dog, you can play fetch, and it's kind of funny the way that they have fun. But I call Dead by Daylight a toxic game. I still feel like Dead by Daylight is a very toxic game from time to time. But even still, the game mode goes
I mean,
from
any player versus player game like that could be like that, you know.
true. It's the mentality of the players. The gameplay goes from November 6th to November 20th. But
Yeah, I didn't realize it was gonna be a limited time thing. That threw me off.
yeah, they usually run events such as with the Halloween one. They had a candy thing that you were able to activate, and when you strung up survivors, candy fell out of them. So you get blood points and another currency. Something that wasn't really on my bingo card list, but only because I knew it was going to be the free space anyways. Grand Theft Auto 6 was pushed back. And this is also after Take-Two had dropped a lot of people from their area. I have no idea where they pulled it from because Take-Two is a big company, so it could have been from
Yeah, they fired a bunch
GTA's.
of people and then delayed the ever delayed game.
November 19th, 2026. We have a whole 372 days. That's ridiculous. But I knew this was going to happen. The reason why is I was like, with the gaming companies that are trying to push out more and more content and they're wanting more and more things, this game is going to be 200 gigs. Guaranteed it is going to take 200 gigs on any console, on any PC, at any time.
I'm starting to reach the point of like, will it ever actually release?
That's also another very curious question. I mean, I could go back right now and play Vice City and have 10 times more fun, I'm betting. But I digress. Another game that was also kind of nudged back, but this one was because of funding, from what I have an inkling of. They did it. it feels like yet another one of those AI written apologies, but the 1943 Black Panther game. 1943? That's what I have written here. Is
I
that
don't
right?
remember.
Even still, the Black Panther game that was
Probably set during World War II.
set during World War II. We got a trailer for that back in what, 2001? When did we get that really nice looking trailer of Old Cap and uh Black Panther on that bridge?
What's the thing called again?
Uh
1943, right?
I think it's 1943. Hang on.
Hold on, let me see.
Warp, warp.
No, I got it. You're fine.
Okay.
October 21.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
Marvel 1943, Rise of Hydra.
Okay. We got that so long ago, and we were expecting, the glitz and glamour of at least another trailer. But no, they're pushing it back again, and did they drop a date, or did they just say it was going to get pushed?
Their term is beyond early 2026.
Okay. Okay.
Don't know what that means.
I'm just gonna roll my eyes and let them continue their game because they'll be fine. They're gonna be fine. It's just don't. Yeah, I concur with you now. I'm completely on your side. Don't announce a date if you can't stick to it.
Yep. Announce a game. Don't give it a date.
Yeah, don't give it a date. Do the old school Doom 2 thing. When it's done, it's done. Do the old school Quake thing. When it's finished, it'll drop. Like we'll package it up and sell it to you people. Don't rush us. Badoop. But speaking of Marvel, an interesting thing I've noticed on the Marvel Rivals new update for Season 5. Well, two things. One, a really nice classic Scarlet Witch and Frankencastle skin are going to be released in the Battle Pass. That's cool. But the second thing I've noticed in both this splash art and the splash art for the upcoming Gambit is there's a D20 around. I've never really thought of Gambit as a nerd like that, but it is interesting to note that there's a D20 floating around. Don't know why, but both of the characters look good. Gambit is a strategist, which means he's a support. He does heal, anti-heal, and frankly, it would make me probably go back to the game if it wouldn't make me salty, but it'll probably make me salty, so I will abstain from the game for now. I will just keep my ear close to the ground for these types of games. I don't want to die. And lastly, from our gaming news, these 4 beautiful logos came with a very under the table, out of nowhere. Once again, not even on the bingo board because I didn't expect it. Valve said, hey, remember that Steam machine thing we talked about a while back that we kind of were shaky about? Let's go ahead and give you, let me open up my Steam, the Gabe Cube. And I'm going to call it that. I am going to call it that until it comes out because it is a cube. The Steam machine is a pretty good looking cube. Looked at the specs. Some of the people who had early stuff that signed the NDA talked about it today when the trailer dropped. So now they can talk about it. People who tried out the Steam Frame, their new VR service that handles streaming games and full mocap, which is very interesting. The Steam Controller 3.0 looks fine. I don't really have much to say about it. It's got full haptics and trackpad underneath the thumbsticks. I feel like I would bump into it a lot. I would want to turn those off, frankly. They also have fingerprint scanners, which I don't know why a Steam controller would need a fingerprint scanner unless you're wanting to, like, I don't know, ID code your console. But during their talk about of all 4 of these machines, of course, the Steam Deck being the first thing they're talking about, then the controller, and then the machine, and then the frame, everything is compatible with one another. They made it very clear. that having
I
one
mean,
of
that's
these,
good.
yeah, that's great. It's fantastic. The Steam controller is going to have a rechargeable battery, but with that little rechargeable dock that it has, that's the dongle that will make sure that it connects one for one, have low latency. The Steam machine will have one of those dongles embedded into it. So if you buy the Steam controller, it'll have that latency even better. If you buy the Steam frame, guess what? Works with the Steam Deck and the Steam machine with extra low latency. They want to make sure that if you're going to purchase all of these, you are going to work well. The only downside I have right now is they did not release a price. I'm a little wary on how much it's going to be, considering the specs that I've seen. The Steam machine can play Cyberpunk 2077 on Ultra with a little bit of frame gen, and I think they said low ray tracing, and it was still getting like 50 frames. I'm like, okay, that's playable, that's fun, that looks good. But they were saying that it still needs a little bit of working out because Silent Hill Forte was running a little rough. The Steam controller was apparently very comfortable in hand, but I don't really care much for the Steam controller. I'm still going to plug in a Xbox controller to, if the Steam machine comes into my possession, I would still plug in a Xbox controller. The Steam,
I mean, I do very much like the Xbox controller.
yeah, it's just comfortable. It's comfortable. It's memorable. It isn't the Duke, but it's nice.
The Duke was too big.
The Duke was huge. It was almost as unruly as the N64 controller. Um,
But see, I do like the N64.
I like the N64 too, but you would need a third hand to actually hold it proper, figuratively. And
No,
then
you hold it where you need to hold it. You hold it on which section of those three thingies you actually need to use.
true, true. And then you have the Steam frame, which, from what I can tell, has retina scanning, so that way it knows exactly where you're looking, so it gives you the highest resolution for where your eyes are locked to. It can play any Steam game that you have downloaded, and it just streams a giant TV of what you're going to be playing, so you can play, laying down in a more comfortable position on the biggest screen that you can possibly view. If you're doing like a racing sim or something, they're saying that this is going to be a game changer. It is lightweight. It is modular. The battery life is so far pretty good for it. They're saying 10 hours. And I'm like, I don't think I would want to play in VR for 10 hours, but that is still very good. Uh, I am very curious about the cost. If it is under $500, Q, do you think you would purchase a Steam machine down the line?
If it's under that, yeah.
Okay. I don't think it will
Now,
be, sadly, but okay, go ahead.
as long as it can like truly run some really decent sized games.
They
Like
from
like that's the thing. Like if it can't run like some of the top games, then there's no point.
So what it was doing was they showed it playing Silent Hill Forte, but it didn't talk about how it was running. And all of the screenshots are caught on it, and then they had Black Myth Wukong playing on it, the new Sonic Crossworlds on it. Cool. But it also had, let me see, where's that gentleman at? Where did I see that man? I think he's back here somewhere. Where is he? There was a guy. There was a man, and he was. Am I crazy? Oh, here we go. Okay, cool. Blender. He has Blender running on it. And it allows you to both code and model. And it's a very graphic intensive program.
Right.
So in order to have just enough strength to do that, and the Steam machine is a PC, it is going to be running SteamOS off the rip, so that way you could just plug it in, log into your Steam, do whatever you need to do, and it just plays the games you download onto it. You can pop off the bottom, replace the M.2 or the NVMe drive and replace it with a new M.2, or it can come with the 2 terabytes that is for the more prestige edition, and just go. You're happy to do so. You can attach a micro SD card in the front that goes up to another 2 terabytes because that's where technology's at right now. So you can have 4 terabytes in this pretty nice looking machine and just work it. However, you can plug in a flash drive, boot launch into Windows, and if just as long as you have a legal copy of Windows, you can boot into Windows. You can have it do actual Windows things. You just have to buy Windows. Which, not a bad idea.
I wonder if, because I have like a 365 subscription, if I can still. It doesn't matter.
I'll go over that with you after cast, because I do have theories about that too. But going back over to how all of this is working, they threw all of this at us in a 6-minute long presentation explaining all of this stuff. And I said, holy shit, this is what Gabe was working on for the last 3 years in complete secrecy on his boat. He's just been working. And I'm like, what has he been working on? This is the shit he's been working on. Having a good looking controller that looks like it would work well. It has a nice little dock that connects perfectly to it. It's fantastic. A marvelous Steam machine that now is going to be a real fucking thing. And a new Steam Index that is both lightweight, modular, and pretty fucking good. Good job, Gabe. You sure you guys can't count to 3 as Quincy has joked before, but holy fuck, you guys can make a very.
It's not a joke.
It's not. You're right. They had to skip, like even their competitors had to skip it for Back for Blood, but I digress on that too. I'm excited to see how much these are, and I'm hoping they're inexpensive. Any other gaming things you got, Q?
No, it's been pretty light. I'm wondering if we're going to get more just before the holidays really kick off.
Hopefully. Then it's time for shoe news. I'm not really much into the hip hop rap scene, but I do like Tyler the Creator, and Converse dropped a few select photos for their boot selection. LeFleur and what's the other? Golf LeFleur and Golf Wang. They're 2 models of very kind of classy looking shoe. One is like a soft cream color. Another one is a black boot with some nice pinstriping going up the front of it. Another one, a brownish, almost like a leather, like a burnt leather style. And it also comes with a full clothing line that's supposed to go along with it. I don't know if I would purchase these personally, but all of the shoes do look very nice. Have of course the Converse star on them, and the LeFleur. What do they call this again? The little tiny coin that hangs off of the shoelace.
Coin that hangs off the shoelace.
Well, when you see it in the chat or in the video or the stream. What do they? Does this have a name?
I think I'm still waiting for the stream to catch up. I think the stream's very far behind tonight.
Ooh.
Are you talking the thing right there at the very bottom of the lace?
Yeah.
Okay. I have no idea.
Okay. Well,
I was like, because you coin, I was like, so he's not talking about the plastic bits on the ends of the tips, which those are aglix.
Aglix. Yeah, that I also forgot. I'll probably forget it again in a little bit, but even still, having these pop out are, pretty good collaboration between Tyler the Creator and Converse. They say $140 for the yellow and green and $150 for the black and brown leather editions. I like them, but wouldn't buy them. Badoop. I like Marvel vs. Capcom. It's one of my favorite fighting games of all time. I don't know if I would buy these shoes based on them. And we've talked about Marvel vs. Capcom, well, Capcom styled shoes before. I do remember seeing Guile and Ryu styled ones, but this is Marvel vs. Capcom ones. And I can tell there's Mega Man, I think that's Iron Man, and all the other ones kind of confusing on. I can't really guess them unless they tell me outright. Do they tell me outright?
The stream
Mm,
is so fun. Try refreshing it.
yeah, there's Mega Man. Oh, Captain America, Mega Man, Guile, and Iron Man. Not a bad one. Oh, and it even's got the level select on it. Oh, that is such a good box. Oh man, when you catch up on the stream, man, that's some good classic right there.
I'm able to see the box now. Yeah, do you like it?
Yeah. I'm gonna crack open this second Fresco.
I think refreshing it helped.
Uh, I I would purchase these if I was a shoe collector, but then again, as I said, they don't exactly exude the characters. I mean, Mega Man kind of looks it. It's got that blue to white with the slight bits of red around. Those ones look fine. Iron Man, orange and red, fine, sure. Captain America, I don't see it in these like silverish, whitish with the blue inlay. I don't see it. Guile, kind of with the army style coloring over here, I guess. Uh, who was the other two? Ryu. Okay, Ryu. I can see. Yeah, I can kind of see the Ryu with the little bit of light blue back here, and then Wolverine, a black, blue, and yellow streaks kind of going through it. I guess. I don't know. As far as I would just collect the box, the shoes not so much. Maybe Mega Man. You okay with these shoes, Keel?
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with them.
Would you purchase any of them?
Absolutely not.
But it,
I don't know. I just even the red ones, and I like red. I'm like, eh.
These ones I just wanted to talk about just because I really love space. The Atmos and Salomon XT4 Stars Collide 2. This just looks like a nice sneaker covered in stars, and I just wanted to talk about it. I'm kind of confused why it just says Salomon very bigly and boldly on the side. I personally would prefer it to be a little bit more smaller and ingrained, maybe with some stars speckled in the lettering, just so that way it can keep to the theme. Otherwise, these are nice looking shoes. They said they'll release in December 2025, only in Asia, but we'll see later on if it happens to pop out here. But and it wouldn't be a shoe news without some fuzzy Crocs. Yippee. Featuring with Zootopia 2, yesterday they announced 2 new sets of Crocs for.
Ew.
Yeah. So you get little fuzzy gibbets of, a donut, the paw pop, a little fuzzy what's his name? Nick and Judy Hopps. A nice little rubberized Judy Hopps on one, a nice rubberized Nick on the other. I believe you also get. Oh no, it's on the other one. And also a badge with a little fuzz ball. It's fine. A nice, cute little thing. But on the other one, you get the kind of all of the friends of Zootopia. What with the mole man, mafioso, the you dare bother me on the day of my daughter's wedding. And I don't know why they would. Well, I guess for Zootopia 2, I wouldn't have seen this character there, but they also put the sloth and the receptionist cop. Forget his name, but even still,
Watch it.
oh okay. But even still, an okay looking white, very fuzzy, very warm looking Croc. I believe it is $75 for the classic and $90 for the fuzzy one. And one more set of Croc news. K-pop band Les Sephram is coming off a release of their new single, and I guess Croc decided to do a handshake with very rock-looking Crocs. They are very hot topic. Yeah, that's the best way I'll put it. The gibbets are all interconnected by metal chain links and their logos, while also on the very back it has like a metal piece kind of embroidered there. They look fine. I believe they are going to be $80 in women's sizes. They look fine, but once again, as Quincy would say, they're Crocs. They're not very good.
They're Crocs. Gross.
Yeah, gross. Heading over to the other side of the ocean to Japan, J-Rock, Baby Metal, and Resident Evil. Resident Evil's celebrating its 30th anniversary next year, and with their 30th anniversary, they decided to do a handshake, and they did it in probably one of the best ways possible by popping back to the Dimitrescu Manor and having Lady Dimitrescu announce this collaboration. So we'll be seeing in early 2026 a clothing-ish. I don't know what all is going to be a part of this, but hearing that voice actress have a really good time as Lady Dimitrescu making this announcement, she seemed to have fun doing this announcement. But it plays off at the Baby Metal concerts, and I'm excited to see what more is going to be coming from these quick snapshots. If you hop into the trailer, and you get little flashes of it. Just as coming 2026. And then, of course, Resident Evil Requiem, they remind us, is coming February 27th, 2026. I'm excited for Requiem.
I think I'm a game behind right now. Is there a game after Village, or is Requiem the first one after Village?
Village is 8. Yeah. So yeah, Village is technically the last one. And then we're gonna get
Requiem. Where's Requiem at? Okay, so Requiem's
9.
next.
Yeah, Requiem's 9.
Okay. So then I'm not behind.
You're not behind? But have you finished 3?
No, I haven't played. Well, I was gonna say I haven't played the remake of 3 and 4 yet. I have the remake of 3. I haven't played it. Okay. So
I recommend going through 3 because it will definitely lead into.
Well, Village is 6, not 8.
VILL? Hang on.
Oh wait.
Let's see here.
How did they just did the VI?
Evil Village. Hang on.
7 was Biohazard.
Okay, Village is 8. I was right.
Yeah. So you were right. Village is 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so I played. Okay, yeah, 7. Yeah, Biohazard. Yeah, so I played 7. I played 8.
Yeah, okay. 7's the house.
Yeah.
7's the
yeah.
And then
I just need to do the remakes of 3 and 4, and hopefully we get. Be nice if they were to do a remake of 5.
5 would be nice, but I can see why they wouldn't want to
do some and then do some remakes of like Code Veronica. Like they should do like a big bundle where they redo 0, 1, and like the Code Veronicas.
Oh, I would love Code Veronica. Don't make me cry, Quincy. Oh. But heading over to the movie side of things, we haven't really seen too many trailers for things as of late, which kind of is a stagger. But luckily, Gore Verbinski, new film, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. Can't really show too much of it, but I gotta say, I like the plot. I'm already here for the plot.
Yeah.
A hobo popping into an LA diner, well, hobo-looking man pops into an LA diner and says, "Y'all are screwed. Y'all are fucked. I'm gonna try and fix it right here, right now. I'm from the future." That immediately causes me to go, okay, you caught my interest. And then watching the rest of the trailer, I was engulfed. Comes out February 13th. Go and watch this trailer for yourself. It's a blast.
It looks pretty interesting. I like the stuff it's calling out. Like, it looks interesting.
Yeah, it tries to save you from AI. Also, fuck AI. But
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
Speaking of fuck AI, Illumination, which is an anti-AI establishment, has released a trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy movie, featuring Baby Bowser or Bowser Jr. I don't know which one they call it in this,
Bowser
but
Jr.
Bowser Jr. It seems like they're mixing a little bit of Super Mario Sunshine with Super Mario Galaxy, which I'm here for. I'm actually kind of feeling it.
I never got to
The
play Galaxy.
I also have not played Galaxy. I probably will try and figure out how to play it in the near future, but as of right now, yeah. I also want to play Odyssey. That one I can play. I have a Switch. But the movie itself looks like it's going to have a nice plot premise and kind of flow to it. It. I hope it doesn't.
I just remembered when you asked if there's any more gaming news, there was because of the Black Friday stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay. Throw it to
We
me.
can tie it into the end of this, so
That-
go ahead and
That's fair.
just finish this, and then I'll talk about it.
Gotcha. The Super Mario Galaxy movie, I'm excited for it. What's the date on it? April. April. It just says April. No full definitive date. I definitely might check this one out. I like the first one. It just the first one felt very phoned in, and having Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong was a bit odd. But
I actually really liked the first one. I didn't think it was phoned in at all. But the brief moment of talking we got from Mario in this one makes it sound like Chris Pratt already forgot how to do the voice he did in the first one.
True. It's trash. It is very Chris Pratt sounding. But Jack Black seems to have, once again, a lot of fun voicing Bowser. Trailer doesn't really do it justice. It seems Illumination Studio does very good with their 3D modeling right now. And I mean, this didn't take too much longer to kind of produce. So I'm very curious on what's going to be the next in their keynotes, considering, as said, this is just model and rigging. That doesn't take very long to animate when the animation's pretty much done. All you're doing is adding light, spectrum, and just kind of contrast to each of the shots. I'm very curious on their next endeavors. Apparently, it's going to be the live action, half live action Zelda movie, but we'll see what gets announced in the near future. All right. You said you wanted to hit something, Q. Did you send me anything for that?
Yeah, so Nintendo's announced their Black Friday prices.
Oh, okay.
They start November 23rd on select Switch games at select retailers. So the first part is a 33% markdown. You'll be able to get Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I don't remember which one that is. Luigi's Mansion 3
Echoes of
and Princess
Wisdom
Peach.
is the Zelda one, the one where you play as Zelda. And you
Oh,
have
that's the newer one, right?
Yeah, the one where you have the wand and you're creating things to throw at other people.
Gotcha. And then Princess Peach Showtime. Those will all be $39.99 at select retailers, and then some games will be 50% off at $29.99. You can get the Nintendo Switch Sports, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, Splatoon 3, and Super Mario Odyssey. They're also throwing in a couple of amiibos that'll be like $10 off and stuff like that. But those are the only things they've dropped so far. Nothing for the Switch 2 is on sale. The Switch 2 itself currently isn't, but that could change when companies actually drop their Black Fridays. So, I know there's a big consumer blackout right now. People not wanting to shop for the holidays to push back against corporations. So, do what you're going to do your thing. I'm just providing what information is out there.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you happen to have an eye exam coming up, remember to purchase things from Zenny. They're having their Black Friday sale on the 16th. I'll explain more about that toward the end. Where's my Opera GX? There it is. Oh, badoop. Quincy threw this at me, and I said, "Holy crap, that's super cool!" And also, Quincy usually has the fever, as it were, for the Atari 2600 Pac-Man
I was
Edition
like,
console.
what is he talking about? And I remember the Pac-Man. Because the stream hadn't caught up yet. I was like, what do you mean I have a fever?
Yeah, you definitely got that fever.
Pac-Man.
This is a very cool little thing. I'm pretty prone to playing the classics, but I don't know if I would pay $170 for this. It's a limited edition console, mind you. It is done by Atari. It is sold by Atari with Atari hardware. It's just yay, very expensive. It also has a very nice yellow sheen with oh boy, let's see if I can remember. Inky Blinky.
Come on.
I don't
Think
remember.
color. Oh well, okay. Wait, you're on orange.
Yeah.
Okay. Orange is the one that doesn't have a rhyming name.
Yeah, okay, yes, you are right. Inky Blinky and Mo?
No. Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde.
Pinky and Clyde. Ah,
And Clyde's name is Japanese. I don't remember what they called him, but they basically made him the Japanese word for stupid.
that is true, because he just goes in random directions. Has no
Yeah,
AI.
he doesn't have a program.
Yeah. Which is kind of
Now,
cool.
here's the reason why I would consider this. I would consider buying this for the $169.99. Right there, towards the end of the description, it straight up says that this is both backwards and forwards compatible. So I take that to mean that the Atari games I own, I can plug into play.
Anything for the 2600?
My Atari doesn't work anymore.
Or the 70, I assume the 7800 should work on this.
I don't remember how that works. So it's a 2600 plus. So I don't know if that means you can only do 2600s. I'm not sure.
Or maybe it's just in the style. I think it's just in the style of the 2600. So that's why it's 2600 plus. That's what I'm doing.
Right. Does it give more information further down?
Let's find out. Features. Oh, yeah. Pac-Man 7800. So yeah, it does play 7800 games. Plays both 2600 and 7800. Woo.
Awesome. Yeah, so that makes the price way more worth it to me.
Available for pre-orders now. First wave of pre-orders have sold out. The second wave ships November 28th. So, wow. This thing is selling like
I don't know that I'm
hotcakes.
going to buy it, but like that makes it feel much more worth that price.
The
fact that I can pop in a classic game on it.
Does this need batteries? That's the only major issue I would have. Does this let's see here. One joystick.
Probably, but so is your Xbox controller.
Yeah. But here we go. Packaging includes wireless DB9 and USB-A adapters. Good. That must mean that it has interesting. Okay. PC and DB9 controller. Doesn't really say outright, but even still, Atari does fantastic work. They've always done fantastic work. It's just they're still trying to push Bubsy. I don't know why they're trying to push Bubsy. Please stop pushing Bubsy. I don't like puns. I've never liked puns. Cease. Badoop. Talking about Zelda, heading back over to Legos. Lego Legend of Zelda 2026 set has been announced, but not confirmed. And it showcases Adult Link with Navi floating around, battling Ganon at the top of the tower at the end of Ocarina of Time. But you don't see Ganon outright. I'm excited to see this set. I am very excited to see what this set's going to look like when it releases. I hope it's a cool looking diorama, as they've been very known to do. I hope to see more than, because all we have is just the Deku Tree and one set from, I think, Breath of the Wild. But not really very many of the other areas. Like, I would like to see maybe a big set for I wanted to say Mount Doom, but that's not correct. Um, Death Mountain with all the Gorons sitting in the middle of it, and like the King of the Gorons at the very bottom with his arms folded over his chest. You know, like a big diorama style set, like they've done for the Death Star. You know how it was cut in half, and you weren't too particular a fan of it. You would want the full size one.
Right, yeah.
I would like to see something very similar to that, but with Legend of Zelda. However, what we get a full size of is the USS Enterprise NCC 1701D from Star Trek, with some really interesting looking minifigures that make me feel very old. Because I remembered some of these individuals, such as Picard.
I think you did pretty good going down the list.
Yeah, they were pretty dang good. Let me see if I can get the names here. So we got Picard, Worf, Data, Riker, the Forge. Here, let me see if I can blow it up a little bit. There we go. So I don't remember any of the female names, and I have Wesley.
Wesley would be Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton.
Yeah, that's Wesley. Yeah.
Okay. So I remember all the guys. I do not remember any of the female names.
There should be was it Troy?
Crusher. Okay, yeah, Crusher. Yeah, okay.
It's been a while since I've watched it.
Yeah, I remember catching. I
do not remember the cat.
The cat is the freaking weird alien that crawls over people, and they just act like it's one of the higher ups. I remember seeing it just before, like, catching the last couple of minutes before, like, Family Feud. And
I remember Whoopi Goldberg's character starts with a G, but I didn't watch Deep Space Nine, and she's in that more.
Gotcha. Even still, a pretty dang good looking set of minifigures.
These are fun.
I had mentioned beforehand that they didn't give Picard the little bald cat little placement thing, but
yeah,
I digress. However, the ship looks fantastic. Very, very nice looking from the front. It has that nice little plastic piece that makes it look like the engine. And I'm like, okay, I can really get down with the nice accents that this ship has. Sadly, I don't think it opens up to allow the pieces to sit in it like some of the other bits and bobs. This is just a model. It's fine.
Wait, what's that right there? But what's the image above the minifigs? It like shows something lifting out.
I think it's battle damage because it doesn't really. I don't know. It doesn't really showcase very much.
I don't know what that is.
Like,
I don't know what that is.
Like, that's too flat, and then it just goes on to that. Yeah. Like, where would they go?
I have no idea what that is. It's interesting.
Yeah, it just a piece.
And that's showing the saucer can disconnect, which is a whole thing in the show. Yeah, I don't know what that little piece coming off on the top is because I didn't watch enough.
Yeah, they're making a big deal out of it, but I also have no idea. Let me see what's all the way at the bottom. See if maybe there's anything. Nope. It just has them and the display stand and the little placard. Okay. I can't be that agitated about it, but is it worth $400? I would rather spend the $400 for the Lord of the Rings set, honestly. But this, I'm not too big on Star Trek. I'm gonna front right now. I've seen bits and pieces, but God, I couldn't retain it. It's nice. It's a nice looking set, but no, I would not purchase this. What about you, Q? You said you weren't too memorable on it, but would you purchase this?
Probably not for. I'm assuming. What was the price on it?
$400.
I'm assuming it's more than I'd want it. Yeah, I'm not buying that. Like, I like it. I like Star Trek. I'm not buying that.
Okay.
You get a free gift with purchase. That's the shuttle pod. Maybe that's what that's for. That spot that comes off.
Oh, maybe. Oh, let's see. Does it? Shuttle pod. Oh, and it has just a little placement behind it. Oh, hmm. Maybe. Icon Star Trek model. What's in the box? Features and functions. Stardate 45076.3.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't figure out what that top piece is.
Interesting. Even still. Badoo. That's all I got for today.
That's all I got.
Hopefully next week we'll have a little bit more from the Black Fridays or the good Steam sales. Maybe something from the whispers around. But speaking of early Black Friday, thank you guys for joining us. Remember to like and subscribe where you can. Remember to check the links down in the description for a good old Zenny. They are having their early Black Friday sale. Let me go and grab that. There will be a code in the description to get you a buy one pair, get one pair, 40% off between the 17th and the 23rd. And then from the 24th through the 30th, if you're a lens wearer, good news, you get 20% off all lenses or 25% off all lenses if your order is above $120. And I'll throw that code in there too. As for Cyber Monday, I'll talk about that one when we get more closer to December. Nothing on Hero Forge again, but they have horse mounting now. So if you have a horse, you can now get your character on a horse. Hooray. Sadly, no deals yet. Check out good old Humble Bundle. If you want to catch up on the Resident Evils for super inexpensive, go and check that out. Check out Q over on his threads. Go and check me out over on Twitter. I am reblogging a lot of rats, and I'm not sorry about it. And that's about it. At the end of days, at the end of weeks, at the end of months, at the end of years, please, for the love of God, love one another. It is definitely free to do. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.